What's up, y'all? It's your girl Nick Robinson with the Yara Effect, back at it again with another video. Today we're going to talk about how a man can make his lady feel secure. We talked yesterday about how a woman can make a man feel secure. So ladies, don't we deserve some security? I think we do. So men, there's three components that I've thought about that are the basis of making a woman in your life feel secure. And the three things are consideration, consistency, and love. I'm going to say it again. Consideration, consistency, and love. With these three things, you lay a great foundation for her to feel secure. And when a woman feels secure, you'll get the best version of that woman. So let's get into it. When it comes to consistency, we should know what that means. But if you don't, that means just basically, staying true to who you present yourself to be. Consistency gets you everywhere. Being consistent means if you tell her you're going to do something, just do it. Like if you say you guys are going to meet for a date, you give her the date, the time, be on time, do what you say you're going to do. If you guys have made a commitment to the level of wanting to go further than just the bedroom or just hanging out as friends, what does that look like? What are you bringing as far as consistency? Are you, making sure that you start out how you can hold out? Like, if you give her flowers every week, are you able to sustain that? If not, don't even do it. Don't even start it. Because if you change that, she's going to think something's wrong. She's going to think, you weren't sincere. Don't do this thing where I got you now, so I don't have to do anything further like I was doing before. Like, that's just whack. Let's start out how we can hold out, meaning be sincere in what you are doing. Be sincere in what you are saying. Because when you are sincere, the consistency is just easier to follow through on. I just remember when I was dating my husband, when we first started dating, I never had to wonder if I was going to see him, when I was going to see him, because whenever we had a date, before we left each other's presence, he was telling me, hey, I'm free this day. I want to see you this day, and it was every week. That was the consistency. Every week, I literally saw him, spent time with him, got to know him better. Every day, we were in communication with each other. So I didn't have to wonder, was I a priority to him? He showed me every single day that I was. And he was busy. He has kids of his own. He has friends and family. So, he had his own life. However, I knew that I was a priority to him based on his actions and his consistency. It never failed, and it hasn't to this day failed as far as his consistency on following through on the things that he says, presenting himself to be who he said he is. It's just, it's one of those things that when you are serious, it's a must, basically. You have to show consistency. And if, something occurs, something happens, it shouldn't be every other day or every other time you're supposed to meet up, something's happened. Honestly. And if you are running game, if you got more than one lady and you not serious, be honest about it. Be upfront. Because at the end of the day, she has the choice to then decide, okay, am I going to continue? And if she does continue, then she should know, okay, this is what it is. And, at that point, you will have done what you needed to do, which is be honest, be upfront. And then, consistency isn't really a necessity, I guess. But if you're serious and you want to show her that you're serious and you want to provide security in the relationship, being consistent is key. It is key for anything that you're trying to do, especially when it comes to a lady in the relationship. No, it's not your job to make her feel secure in herself. That's a totally different thing. But it is your job to make her feel secure in the relationship. If you are a natural protector, if you are a man that, wants to provide and protect and all of those things, how can you do that and you're not consistent? You know what I mean? You can't. Because it doesn't fall in line. If you have some core things about yourself as a man, the consistency should not be hard to follow through on. That is, if you're serious about the relationship, if you're serious about this young lady that you are dating, even if you're married, one way that you can, infuse your marriage with some much needed care, time, and attention is being consistent. I mean, like if your wife has asked you, babe, something's going on with whatever, I don't know, maybe the toilet is running or something, I don't know, and it doesn't require a plumber, just go in there, see about it. Sometimes it just takes you to like twist a knob and boom, it's done. It's simple things like that that takes you a long, long way. Consistency is such a securing thing for a woman because so many times, I can guarantee you, so many times in her dating journey, there hasn't been consistency. There hasn't been somebody that's been just upfront. It's a breath of fresh air as a man when you come to her with, what your intentions are. You know what I mean? And you follow through on them. That's basically what consistency is. You say what you mean what you say, and then you follow through with it every time, all the time. How hard can that be? That is if you want her. And one thing I do know about men is whatever they want, they work for. Whatever they want, they are consistent with. Okay? So if you're consistent with her, she'll see it. And if you're serious about her and you want her, she'll see it through your consistency. Let's move on to consideration. Now, consideration is very key because it shows her, I'm thinking about you. It can be in the smallest way. It can be as simple as, hey, she has a favorite snack. I see she ran out. Next time I go to her house, I'm going to get her some more. Or I can call her and say, hey, babe, I'm at this store. I see this thing that you like. Did you want me to bring you some? That will get you so far. That'll take you so much further than you ever realized. Because what that does is it gets the wheels in her head spinning like, I think he really cares about me because he's doing the little things. And when you do those things and you stay consistent with it, you add that consideration with it. I mean, like now you really got her going. And one thing I do know, when you have a good woman and she recognizes that you are a good man, it's nothing she'll do. It's nothing she won't do. She got your back. She have your back better than any of your friends. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, I mean, yeah, not discounting the brotherhood and all of that stuff like that, and not saying you should not have your friends, but if you are considering being with a lady, and you are putting forth this effort, and she's feeling you as well, you're going to see it back. You're going to see what we call reciprocity, meaning reciprocal, meaning you do for her, she do for you. And it's just a back and forth type of flow that, a successful relationship usually has. That consideration, it shows her, he's going to be there. That consistency shows her he's going to be there. And that's really, as a woman, when you make her feel secure, oh man, she'll do everything in her power for you. Honestly, when you got you a real one, you'll see that. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my daughter with her alarm. My bad. But at the end of the day, when you have a man, and when you are a man that is serious, this care and consideration, it should come natural anyway. It really should come easily if you're not here for what you can get out of the situation. If you're really, wanting to go further. And when I say further, I mean like beyond the bedroom, beyond being friends. I mean sharing a life with somebody, marriage. That's what I'm talking about. If that's your goal and you're wanting to achieve this with this woman, she's looking for this consideration. She's looking for this care. And truly, when you do that, she'll see it and she'll reciprocate if she's in it for the right reason herself. The last thing I want to add is the love. The love. You gotta give her the love, man. I mean, like, so many times I find that guys, they were raised to be strong and tough and like, oh, you don't show any emotions and this, that, and the third. But when you find a woman who you can trust with your emotions, give her the gift of your love. Your love is a gift. I mean, it just is. Any woman that has a good man can tell you the love is definitely, it feels like a gift. And how can you do that? What is her love language? What is her love language? Look up the 5 love languages if you don't know what they are. But how does she feel love? That's the question. It's not about how you give love. It's how does she feel love? If her love language is acts of service, but you stay touching on her and feeling on her, that's not how she feels love. She may feel desired, which is good too. I mean, who don't want to feel desired? You know what I mean? Who doesn't want to feel like their man just could eat them up? Of course. Of course. But for her to feel loved, you got to tune in. You got to ask questions. You got to communicate. You know what I mean? And when you're truly interested in someone, you don't mind communicating. You don't mind understanding them better. You don't mind, looking into, okay, what makes her her? What can I do to show her that I love her? You know what I mean? So if she is into acts of service, but you just giving her flowers, she's going to appreciate the flowers. She's going to be like, oh, they're pretty. I appreciate it. But it's not going to really hit the way acts of service hits. And acts of service could be, like, it can be something like, babe, I filled your car up, or, babe, I saw you, needed some things in the house and I got them for you, something like that. It can be little things. It can be, she has a backache or she has a neck ache. She has her feet are achy and you just massage her feet. Like, that doesn't cost anything. It costs nothing. So think of ways that you can cater to her love language, as in how she feels loved. And I guarantee you that when you tap into these 3 things, it will get you so far. It'll get you much further than you ever thought. She will just love you to pieces. And any man out there that knows this can tell you, when you have the true love of the woman that you love and you getting that love in return, it make you feel like you can do anything. You feel like Superman. Like, you feel like nothing can stop you. You know what I mean? So, that's all I got for the men. Like, I know y'all are simple. I tried to break it down as much as I could. But, let me know in the comments if, what your thoughts are. Like, let me know if you feel like that's on point, or if there's other things that you have as suggestions, because it's meant to be a talking point. It's meant to be a conversation starter. We all about trying to bring people together. We all about love and positivity here. So let me know. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, share all the good things, and I'll see you in the next one. I love you. See you next time.